purpose of sex is for procreation and recreation. In Genesis, first commandment God gave to Adam and Eve, have sex. You don't believe me? He said, be fruitful and multiply. Again, he didn't ask them to eat milk and cookies. He was telling Adam and Eve to have sex, to procreate, to carry on the human life form, and for recreation. God made it good and enjoyable for our enjoyment, again, within the confines of marriage. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 even says it's better to marry than to burn in your passion. And quite literally, Paul is saying that because we all have been given a God-given sexual drive, a sexual desire, because it's to be enjoyed within marriage, if you have that desire, the only legal way you can fulfill that desire is in marriage. So it's better to marry than to burn in your desire, or to literally burn in your spirit by having sex with different partners, unprotected and unmarried. And Paul is not saying that because you have a sex drive, you should hurry up and get married. No, you should marry the right person, because I think it's just as much a problem for Christians to think they should just get married in the church and just get married, period, to fulfill some sexual desire. But what's worse is when you marry the wrong person. All right, y'all aren't gonna give me no amens this morning. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep going. So God has approved sex for marriage. Now, sex outside of marriage, the word in the Greek, pornos, which corresponds to our English word porno or pornography, the Greek word pornos denotes any sex outside of marriage. So while God has approved sex within marriage, any sex outside of marriage is illegal sex. And so anybody who has ever had sex outside of marriage has engaged in illegal sex. And before y'all look at me real holy, and before your memory escapes you, and before you act like you are real holy, there are a whole lot of outlaws in here right now. Whole lot of convicts in here right now. You just as illegal as you want to be if you've ever had sex outside of marriage. But here's the good news. I don't want to focus on the negative aspects of sex. I want to focus on the good that God made it. The good news is that in marriage, God has given you a license to get busy. Somebody say it's about to get good now. It's about to get good now. Marriage is a license to handle your business. And sadly enough, many marriages are unfulfilled in that area because people are placing undue limitations where God said there are no limits. God says within marriage, sex is limitless. There is no act unholy in marriage. That's why the text says the bed is undefiled in marriage. In other words, within marriage, the bed is pure. Whatever you want to do in your marriage, it's pure and it's good. The problem why there are so many, why the divorce rate is over 50%, and of course that carries over into the church, that means even Christians are divorcing. I believe one of the reasons is because Christians don't understand that the bed is undefiled in marriage. Too many Christians and married couples are unfulfilled in their marriages because you're trying to make the bedroom the boardroom. Yeah, you bored out of your lights. Ain't no excitement in it. It's boring. You ain't changed up positions. You're doing the same thing you've done. And brothers and sisters, the Bible said, I didn't say it, the Bible said it, the only limit is your own comfort level and your own communication level. All you got to do, married couple, y'all got to talk about it. That's all you need to do. You just talk about it. You can't force your mate to do anything, but you at least have to communicate. But I just want you to know that whatever you want to do, it's all good in the bedroom, because God said within marriage, the bed is undefiled. Just communicate. You want to get your wife a pole? Talk to her about it. You want to get some whipped cream? Y'all got to talk about it. You want to use some chocolate syrup? You better talk about it. You want to get some hot caramel or some hot honey? You got to talk about it. You want them to wear a bunny outfit? You just got to talk about it. But whatever it is, the only limitation is your comfort level and communication. Somebody say, preach, pastor. I'm already preaching. I'm already preaching.